digitalization is pervasive. It's everywhere. And therefore, as a forum for multilateral cooperation, I think there's a lot of work that APEC can do precisely to harness these benefits, to make digitalization more inclusive, improve the access and use of digital technologies, narrow the gaps. Gender gaps are still very much visible in many economies in the APEC region. Of course, there's an issue also of the development of SMEs and whether the new technologies are actually being diffused to SMEs, because that has a huge impact for productivity. We're already seeing, for example, in OECD economies that despite there being a very quick advancement of the digital transformation, that hasn't stopped productivity growth from slowing down. Therefore, these are only some of the major issues that will require international cooperation. The OECD is also working actively on the tax front to address what is called the tax challenges of digitalization. And that's another element of work that is important for the APEC region. One of the main elements of the work that APEC has been doing throughout the years is based on trade and investment, on improving the integration, the economic integration of the APEC region. And I think there has been great progress in that respect. And APEC, what's also very particular about this region is that it has some of the most dynamic economies in the world. And that dynamism in many ways has been promoted precisely by this trade openness. So that's definitely something that should continue. Also work on structural reforms. The Economic Committee of APEC is advancing very valuable work in this regard. There's a structural reform ministerial meeting this year, which will hopefully set out a plan based on structural reform in terms of product markets, but also the inclusiveness part of structural reforms, how these kind of measures and policies can actually support well-being and the reduction of inequalities, which is a challenge in the APEC region, but also at the OECD.